Hello everybody. We're waiting for folks to join. Nobody's on yet. All right, some folks are joining now. Welcome. My name's Jeff and I work in the Office of Admissions. I'm the Assistant Director of Communications and Campus Visits. I get to work, have the great privilege to work with all the campus tour guides at Chico State. And we're here with a few of them today and a representative from University Housing to talk about move-in day. We're on the last day of move-in for the fall 2020 semester, and it's going really well. And we just wanted to tell you what's going on. I'm gonna just wait another minute for more folks to join in, and then we'll get started. Please type questions into the chat as you get them, and you might hear my voice behind the camera reading those out to our panelists. And then also, let me know if you can't hear them. Tell me that you can't hear them in the chat, and I'll holler at them to talk louder so that you can get all the messages. So that said, I think we're good to go. I'm going to switch it around, and we'll get started telling you about move-in day.
Hi, everyone. My name's Christian. I'll be starting my junior year here at Chico State. I'm a communication sciences and disorders major with 2 minors, one in special education, the other in multicultural and gender studies, and I'm originally from Stockton, California.
Hi, my name is Caitlin. I'm originally from San Ramon, California. I'm just about to start my senior year here. I am an anthropology major, and I'm also getting my certificate in forensic science. Hey everybody, my name is Eve Hernandez. I'm one of the 4 residence conduct coordinators here at University Housing. We're here at move-in day. We're excited. It's day 4. We almost have all of our residents in their rooms and settling in, so we're really excited.
So can you tell us how move-in day has been going, these past 4 days? What have students been have they been interacting with each other? What have they been saying to you about their feelings about it?
Yeah, so move-in, we started here on Monday, and we actually started with a downpour. We had some lightning, we had some rain, but only with a 30-minute delay, we got things going really fast. We got students in and out. We gave them a little bit of an extension, and they're still settling into their spaces. So we're here at day 4. Every night, they've actually been joining in on some Zoom meetings with their RAs. They've had this opportunity once each night, and beyond that, they're all going to Sutter Dining, picking up their meals to go. They are joining us here on the grass. They're social distancing, wearing their masks. So a big part of the RA role and a part of my role as the residence conduct coordinator has kind of just been promoting that. We're really trying to keep our residents safe. That way we can all still enjoy our on-campus living.
Eve, what's an RA?
What is an RA? Great question. Yes, a resident advisor. So we have just under 50 resident advisors this year. Typically before pre-COVID times, we're sitting at about 64 resident advisors. So these days we're about at half capacity for housing, but we're still able to have plenty of RA support. The RAs live on each of the floors of every building, and they're each assigned anywhere from 15 to about 25 residents to care after, answer any questions, and just to share them about all the campus resources.
Yeah, I remember when I was living on campus, my RA would do cookies for meetings, or they bring pizza from Woodstock, stuff like that for floor and stuff. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, this year we have snacks almost every single night. So the first night we had Snapple and some pretzels and popcorn, and then we had cookies from the cookie shop. So we've been able to keep our residents fed, that's for sure.
That's good.
Yeah. What would you say is the best part of move-in? The best part of move-in has been, from my perspective, seeing the residents meet each other and asking, hey, where are you from? Hey, when are you going to go to Sutter Dining? Can we go and hang out at the Shasta-Lassen lawn? So it's some of those passing, conversations that has just been so magical to see. One piece, too, that I've noticed a lot of is the separation, when the parents are saying bye, dropping their students off, and those little last tidbits of advice and those last hugs for them.
Yeah.
So that's been really cool to see.
So would you say that the students are acclimating pretty well and stuff now with these move-in days? And then I know that we're doing some stuff with them online to take the welcome week with them. So how is that going online with all of that, the meetings and things like that?
Yeah, every RA's floor is different. So there are definitely residents tuning in on those Zooms that are mandatory. And we also have some fun stuff going on too. So tonight at 8, Every residence hall has an actual trivia Kahoot that they'll be joining in on.
Fun.
We love a good Kahoot. This Saturday we got bingo going on, and of course the Big C welcome is this Friday. I think on Sunday they've got a campus tour that the hub is putting on, where everyone's required to wear masks, keep their distance, so that way they can explore the campus a bit more.
And who will be putting on the tour?
That's a great question.
Have you had a chance to meet any of the new incoming students?
Yes, every day. I'm chatting with them. I'm asking where they're from. I'm originally from Southern California, so I'm able to really connect from the people, who come a little bit further away. But we also have a ton of people from the Bay, and so I'm having these conversations, just getting to know them, showing them to their spaces, and able to answer any of their questions. Some of the concerns have just been like, they have these questions, they don't know campus, they don't know the resources, and so just pointing them in the right direction, giving them the link to the website. We are so chock full of answers, and so we just want to be that resource for them.
Yeah, and it's sounding kind of like in our job as well, students are asking like, well, where can I find this place, and where can I find this resource? Who's my advisor? Where do I find out my advisor? So it sounds like we're doing a lot of similar stuff too, especially with our Zoom calls and stuff. A lot of students are asking similar questions and having some concerns and stuff like that, but definitely nice to be able to give them some peace of mind.
Definitely.
So like during this whole move-in process, obviously there's like meeting with the RAs and stuff, like they're getting to know them, but who else is kind of helping in with the move-in process?
So there's a lot of moving parts. Like UPD is huge in this piece, and handling all of our the traffic coming through. They've been so just they're just such a good resource for us during this day. So we have a really strong partnership with them. But our residence conduct coordinators, so we have one per community. So we're right in between Shasta, Lassen, and Sutter. And so we have one conduct coordinator that's in charge of those spaces. And we all oversee the RAs of that community as well as the desk attendants. And the desk attendant plays a really important role because the residents are going and swiping their ID each time they come into the residence hall to make sure, hey, this is a resident, they should be here. At this time, we're not allowing residents from other buildings to enter other buildings. So that desk attendant is super important, helps build that community. We've got RAs, DAs, all of our RCCs, and then everyone who typically works out of our central housing office is here on the ground working a station somewhere. So we've got our whole serpentine check-in. It's kind of all hands on deck today.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Yeah.
That's really sweet. So what are some of the challenges that you guys have faced during moving so far, and how have you guys worked through that?
Yeah, our first challenge was definitely that rain pour. But it actually made it a first move-in day to remember. It really got us going. It excited kind of all of us to see some rain fall into the ground. And so that was something that just, kickstarted us off. And like I said, it was only a 30-minute delay. So everyone was really understanding and kept things rolling along. One of the challenges too, so parents and support systems and students are all coming from a place where typically they're at home, they're able to be mask-free, and now they're entering a space where they're interacting with people from all over. So it's implementing the wearing of the mask and keeping that 6 feet apart. And they've actually been super receptive. So whenever I have to go remind somebody, usually they're like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, let me put this mask on, or yes, I will gladly move. So that's been a challenge that's been met by the residents too.
Okay, that's good to hear.
So yeah, it's been a lot of really good exchange and connecting.
Yeah, because it's definitely a community thing where we all have to be kind of in our part. Like our president Bill Hutchinson said, we all have to do our part so that our amenities on campus can remain open for this fall semester. So
Yeah.
So like you said, you lived in Lassen, right? How did you enjoy your time here, living in Lassen and stuff like that?
Yeah, so I lived in Lassen as a residence life coordinator. Actually, my first year living on campus, so I'm a Chico State alum. I started my tenure in 2010 living in Whitney Hall. So 10 years ago, like almost to the day, I was moving in as a freshman with my family. And so it's actually really nostalgic to be able to be here with other families. Fast forward 10 years. And I'd say at the time it was an all-girls floor, really enjoyed it, really built a lot of good friendships. And so that's the same kind of experience that I want to provide for these residents. And it looks a lot different this year, but we are doing our darnest to make sure that they're building those connections, not only with each other, but also with other campus resources that are still working every day.
Yeah, because that seemed like one of the bigger concerns that a lot of students have, like, well, like my first year experience, like meeting new people, like having to do things around town, like what we're used to doing.
Right.
You know, these students were like, well, we're not sure if we're able to do any of that, and it seems that we're really able to, or at least housing has done a lot of stuff so that we're still able to connect those students together and do some stuff out in the community, which is really nice.
Yeah, and that's a big piece that they don't know about. If they're not from the area, they don't know what to do outside of the building that they live in. And so that's been a big piece for me. I'm like a huge Bidwell Park fan, so I'm sending them over. I'm telling them where to park their bike and, you know, which good lock to get, because I want them to explore, you know, all of the campus space. And I also remind them their campus is their front yard. And it's pretty empty these days, so they have space to spread out, check out the creek, check out the, you know, science building construction and see how it's growing and livening. So connecting to the Bidwell Park is always my favorite part.
Yeah, I think that's probably one of the attractions that I always mention on my tours as well.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Can I spin around and show them their front yard right now?
Yes.
Do you want to tell them where we are?
Yeah, so right now this is Shasta Hall. We're in between Shasta and Lassen. These are sister dorms, which means that they are identical layouts. These two have small kitchenette areas that can make meals, but they won't sustain full course meals where you can purchase groceries and stuff like that. But they all have media rooms and some printing that you can use the computers inside as well. Right now we are at 46% capacity in our dorms. So each student is one student per dorm in these. Right now you're viewing Lawson Hall. These are like your traditional, what you see in the movies. You have your brick walls inside, it's super cool. Right now we're going to be panning into Sutter Hall in between these trees. Sutter Hall is our newest addition to our campus life, built in 2010. So it's almost been 10 years since its construction. I actually lived in Sutter fall 2018 and spring 2019, so 2 years ago when I moved in. So it's bringing some nostalgic memories for me as well, and it's nice to see students moving in and stuff like that. It's definitely missed all the students on campus. It's been quiet, so it's nice to have some more folks joining us up here.
Yeah, a couple little tidbits too. We're in a unique space where we are in between the oldest residence hall and the newest residence hall. So last year, Shasta and Lassen turned 60 years old, and then Sutter just turned 10, so we got a little baby behind us. And we're actually right in between a space where residents use their hammocks all the time.
Yeah.
So this is like the go-to hammock spot.
Yeah, I would do a lot of homework out here on the lawn with my roommates and stuff like that. We'd come with their tapestries and just lay them out, because the Wi-Fi gets everywhere, so we just enjoy the sun while we're on our laptops doing homework before class.
And what a better time, you know, to do that now, where it's like, well, we don't want to be stuck in our rooms, let's go outside, bring a towel. We've encouraged residents, bring a camping chair, bring a lawn chair. That way, you know, you can situate yourself, be comfortable for a long time.
Yeah, I had a lawn chair in my dorm too, and I'd bring it out.
I love that, I love that.
So like, besides the stuff on Zoom and like the campus tour that everybody's going to be going on, what other activities have been going on inside the residence halls?
Yeah, so there's just been a lot of more social candor. Unfortunately, our lounge spaces had to be closed down in order to comply with all of our COVID updates. And so that was like an update for us. So we're not allowed to use any of those spaces. And we're really strict, like we're staying strict to our virtual activities for now. We're really hoping to be able to dive into some more in-person things. I do know that the Hub is pushing a lot of other events that we got going on. One of them being our Crafty Cats. So you as a resident, you probably, every Wednesday they have a Crafty Cats table where you can come, you grab all your supplies, and you make it all there. And we're still doing that this year. Only that you need to just come by, you pick your stuff up, take it up to your room, jump on a Zoom, an optional Zoom, where you can learn how to build it. So it's kind of like your little, you know, paint from home kind of situation.
So fun. Okay.
Cool. Yeah, I'm glad that they're still doing that.
Yeah, because I really enjoy the Crafty Cats every Wednesday and stuff. My friends and I remember doing like lanterns, clipboards. They gave us seeds to plant flowers. Like I remember doing all that. So I'm glad that
still going.
Yeah, I'm glad.
Do you remember the Flush, which was like a calendar of events that they put into the bathroom stalls?
In the bathroom
so that's called the Flush. It was a calendar that was updated every year. Every week. No, every month.
Every month,
it was every month. And so we are not entering the resident spaces as much as possible. So there will not be any flushes posted. But the hub is going to be sending out what's up emails every week about what's going on, what's up this week, what kind of events can you tune in on, what kind of crafts, what free stuff that we have, because we really want to still try and provide that space for residents to feel welcome and give them all the free swag that we can.
It's amazing how creative that you guys have gotten just to make sure that they're still able to build a community here and really feel like they can make this place their own.
Yeah, that is our ultimate goal. Any questions? No?
Have you had any questions on your side, Jeff?
Radio silence. They're getting all their questions answered.
Oh, love that. Any other questions on that?
Let's see.
I guess another question, maybe you kind of have already answered it, but just like who is here helping families and students and support systems work through the move-in process?
Yeah, so things were a little different, and we used what we learned from Move Out, which was actually over the course of 4 weeks and 16 days, where we had students, they were only allowed one other person to come and help them move out. So whoever they wanted to bring in, cousin, a friend, a mom, a dad, a guardian of any kind. And so we utilized that same in order to keep social distancing and make sure that people felt safe coming into our spaces. And this year, with move-in being only 4 days, we were able to set up appointment time. So we have essentially an AM shift come in and a PM shift come in. And they're given 3 hours to unload everything, settle in, and then get in their cars and head to Target or Costco to fill up those shelves. So that's kind of what's been going on there. I will say that we were able to allow them to, so everyone was on a wristband kind of setup where if you didn't have a wristband, you couldn't come in, right? And so, but we allowed the person, so one support system, to switch that over to one other support system, because we always had someone who wanted to go up and just see the room at least and see it in its final stages. So we were able to do that. So we have families, we've got brothers, sisters, uncles, aunts, cousins, and friends. And so as long as they're sticking to just the one person coming into the building, we're all fair game. So we've seen a lot of people staying at the cars, helping out, watching all the possessions too. So yeah.
And I saw everybody's like sanitizing the parks and stuff like that, and sticking to
yes,
all the
custodial
regulations.
and maintenance they are always such a big part of move-in. So facilities, our FMS program here on campus is now working with us in housing, and so they are in and out of our buildings, sanitizing every single doorknob. Earlier today I was like, that was a wet knob, that's kind of weird. But then I just saw my custodian right up above me and I was like, it's sanitized. So they're doing such a great job of keeping our spaces clean. And we've posted different capacity signs in all of our spaces, like the laundry rooms. We had to unfortunately close our kitchens, but the dining hall has a lot of really great options, not only Sutter dining, where it's kind of, they have a specific food for that day that they cook. You can go in, grab that. They also have the grill going on, so instead of our late night options, we have a Sutter to go. So they place their order right in an app, and then it's ready within like 15 minutes. So we have that as an option for dining, as well as the Wildcat Den. They just opened today. I actually went in there for a berry smoothie for breakfast, and it was really, really good. So a lot of other people definitely in on this. Dining is such a huge piece because people got to eat, right?
Yeah, like my roommate works in Sutter Dining, and she says all the protocols have been really well in there. Students are really compliant, which is really good to hear, at least that everybody's following all the regulations and stuff like that. But kind of going back to custodial, how is like sanitizing and stuff like that in the dorms and like the showers? What is, like, I know that was like a big concern for a lot of people. So how is that looking?
Yeah, so all of our bathroom spaces are like disinfected, sanitized, and cleaned twice a day. And we aren't just allowing everybody to go in and shower whenever they want. They actually get to set up for a shower appointment right through the resident center that's on the housing website. So they get a whole hour to themselves. So say they don't make it quite at 10 a.m., they can go at 10:15, 10:30, use their hour, and then they have to just make sure they're out of there. And in order to maintain that physical distancing, we've had to close down a couple of the sinks, but that still meant that we had anywhere from 3 to 5 sinks per every like 15 residents in all of the residence halls. So there's still so many spaces. and you'll see custodial coming in and out. They're there all the time. I actually got them some swipes, some smoothies myself, because I just had to thank them for all the hard work that they're doing. So it's been fun. It's been a team effort.
Yeah,
it really
sounds
takes
like a
a
big
village
team effort.
to get this place open. So
And I'm glad it's been smooth sailings other than that thunderstorm we
the
faced on Monday.
thunderstorm, and we are, of course, we can't ignore the fact that we are experiencing, I think it's 50 or more than 50 fires in California right now. It's no
Unfortunately,
different
we are,
than we are here. Our air quality is not the best today, but we are providing the N95 masks for the staff members who are outside all day and who want it. It's not required, but we do have it as a resource. So yeah, it's been interesting. A lot of the parents are from California, and so they know what's going on. They're being careful, and everyone is I'd say in mostly good spirits.
Okay, well, I am so thankful that we have all of you guys here to help us through this weird and crazy process, and things are going really well. But I think that's all the time that we have for today. So thank you for joining us, guys, and thank you so much for helping us out with this.
Thank you.